Hey, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Michigan Pathways. This is your host, John. And once again, we're here in July, and we are rounding about the end of this series on safety. So, one last thing I want to talk about is survival skills. And people are like, well, why do we want to talk about survival skills? Let's put it this way, folks. When we go backpacking, when we're going hiking for a numerous amount of time, we're basically going into survival mode. And what do I mean by that? Yeah, granted, we've done everything we can when it comes to packing the essentials. We've got food, we've got water, we've got ways to filter water, we've got our gas, our tanks to cook our food and stuff like that. And when it comes down to it, is what happens. That's the big thing is what happens when the filter doesn't work anymore, or you can't, because it's so jammed up with sediment and such like that, and you've back flushed and you've done everything you can, and now you're not getting the rate and flow out of that filter that you thought you were in the beginning. So that's one key element that we have to look at. And Sawyer's got great filters. We all know Sawyer filters. There's always great videos out there on how to rejuvenate your filter if it's been sitting for a while, like some of ours around here. I have two different ones. One I have for an everyday, day-to-day kind of thing. It's a survival prepper thing for me. And we also have one for the trail. So, but we also have, our little propane. Sometimes we don't know how to check those. There's other great videos out there on how to check your gas and such like that. Or you can go buy a new tank if you're really not sure on how much you have. But when it comes to leaving the comforts of our home, the comforts of our car, and we enter that trailhead out into, whether we're doing a loop, an in and out, we are doing, a through hike. We may be doing from point A to point B. It might be 4 or 5 days. Anything and everything can go wrong. We know that. Staying safe is key. It's something that we all strive for, to make sure that we come home safe. We are going to come back with bumps and bruises, folks. We are going to come back weary. We're going to come back tired. And that is the nature of the beast when it comes to backpacking, especially in our age. I'm in my late 40s and getting ready to enter my 50s here. And we know if we don't have great comfort, like sleeping on a halfway decent mattress, or we don't have great, head support, anything and everything can happen. But when it comes to the end, we look back at it when we get in our car going, oh, that was a great time, wasn't it? That was really, really cool. I enjoyed that. And that's what the rewarding part is. But we have to go through it in order to get to it. But what I'm trying to get into here is knowing basic survival, what if, and knowing, just being prepared, knowing how to build a fire, knowing the elements and how to make a fire, quick fire starters. There's oodles and oodles of videos out there on how to make quick fire starters, carrying, 2 lighters, one is none, and making sure we've got way to have fire. Also purifying water. Filter takes a dump on us. How do you boil water? A lot of people really don't know how to boil water and boil it long enough and safe enough to be able to drink. How to purify it, how to clarify it, how to get debris and such by using our cotton bandanas, or using charcoal or sand and rock and so on and so forth. That's why a lot of us carry those bandanas, is to be able to filter water through those to catch fine debris and sediments and so on and so forth. But it's not safe to drink. It's somewhat free of debris and foreign objects floating in your water. It's not going to take away the taste, folks. Don't try to fool yourself. Stream water is going to taste like stream water, especially if it's, whatever source you get it from. But knowing also is the art of making a shelter, building a fort, build something that your tent or your tarp or your hammock or whatever is no longer operational and you still have a couple days to go. I need to build shelter. Because my car may be at the other end. Somebody really cool dropped me off here and now I need to get to there because, that's just the way it goes. And there isn't a way out. A lot of times there isn't a way out. We may not have communication. So learning how these basic 3 items, water, fire, and shelter, are going to be, our ways to make it safe out and knowing and learning from that. First aid, we talk about it constantly here, but knowing how to build a first aid kit that can help you in a situation if it arises. You've built it and designed it yourself around you. Don't build your first aid kit around your buddy. Your buddy is different than you are. Your buddy may not have foot problems or, have developed blisters. You do. So I always encourage people to carry their own first aid kit designed around you and not around everybody else. But there's nothing wrong with carrying a little bit of extra, a couple Band-Aids here and there, or a tweezer or whatever to help out, your buddy. So with that, folks, hope that kind of helped you out here for the month of July. We've got one more week to go, and we'll round it out with a stay safe, and thanks for supporting the channel and staying here with me here at Michigan Pathways. I love and support every one of you that come here and support me. If you don't support me, still like you, still support you, and want to hear from you guys. So drop your comments down below, and I'll see you on the trail. Take care.